VMware and Intel engineers have been collaborating for some time. Tell me more about that.
We gave the ability to actually take VMs or applications and actually have isolation right down to the processor level. And it also allowed us to do non-disruptive vMotion. So you can actually take live machines with your running applications and actually move them across running environments, even between different generations of processors. So pretty cool stuff. Built into the next-gen processor is new crypto functions that we can actually use. Like what customers care about is a confidential computing runtime environment. And that means that all their data traffic needs to be encrypted at all time.
Another advance that we've been working with the VMware on is what we call the Intel Software Guard extensions. We announced this on an earlier processor, but really taking it to the market for enterprise now. And it's focused on how to enhance and protect the most sensitive portions of the workloads. We power the majority of the hyperscalers, so a lot of the IaaS companies out there in SaaS and their capacity. And we've been working with VMware how to extend that into VMware Cloud. So whether it's on Amazon with VMC, Google or Azure. And so this is where developers and enterprise are going now and how they can leverage the hardware features that we have that are helping do AI and ML acceleration, and specifically on inferencing. So we have a technology called DL Boost, which really helps inferencing, which is built into so many applications now to basically handle real-time decisions. So our shared customers can reap that benefit whether using PyTorch or TensorFlow wherever they are running on Intel and VMware.
And what we've done is actually made that incredibly easy to use. So you now have it just part of the Intel processor, which means every one of your VM has this automatic acceleration. And you can use it for, as you've done your kind of training and you want to actually get analytics done at the edge, you get the accelerated analytics using the accelerated inferencing from Intel.
As we jump forward to what's launching with Vsphere 7.0, our Optane persistent memory. And so the big changes there is increase in size, so up to 12 terabytes of memory for VMs. And so this really helps people pack more VMs onto a node. And so they're doubling basically their memory capacity available. And I think we're something like 25% more bandwidth, which also helps with that virtual machine density. So you can achieve the right performance that you want, especially with memory intensive workloads. So we were talking about AI, machine learning analytics, and a lot of these need high performance through memory. So we've offered that. We've also introduced the latest SSDs. I think it's the P5 800X. And these are the fastest IOPS we've ever seen with the highest storage endurance in the industry.
And you've got to think about the scale that we're now hitting in 7.0, right? 7.0 U1, which was released back in September, we actually increased the scale per VM to up to 24 terabytes of memory for a single VM. So we're working with large customers running things like SAP HANA instances.
Just like the crypto features that Paul talked about earlier, looking at how do we embrace this in VMware's network and security solutions. So we have various software libraries that we've opened up to the industry, such as DPDK, that connect right in and help get that value through to the code base that VMware has. We've developed the Open RAN vRAN ecosystem, and this is basically going after and optimizing the VMware Telco Cloud platform, also with Xeon and Intel FlexRAN plus VMware. So giving these capabilities out to the edge, to the telco companies so that they can run their workloads too.
We shouldn't forget about some of the basic things. The increased core density, the increased number of memory channels that we can drive off this processor. That's what's going to lead customers to drive cost efficiency into their environment, because they'll get more VMs, which basically means more machines, more applications onto the same processor environment. The same single processor, dual processor server will be able to just run more of your work. You'll be able to do it with less servers and less cost.
And then how do we get them into the hands of customers so they can experience now? So we have VMware hands-on labs ready for people to try out the gear. It's integrated and just see how they can fit it into their production environments today. So super exciting, great alliance.
Thank you to the both of you for being a part of this today. You can check out more at Intel's Partner Pavilion at the URL you see on your screen. And that is how wonderful gets done.